In 1988, Jimmy Fleming was a retired businessman living in a small town of Nebraska, Alaska. Once he was visiting his sister-in-law where he found out there is a goose who was born with no feet, and it was making it difficult to follow other geese. So Jenny asked her sister-in-law to give him the goose and led him to help the goose to walk. At the start, Jenny was thinking that how he can help the goose to start walking or running. So he decided to create a pair of shoes with 0 sizes. But luckily, this was very helpful for the goose and he started walking and running. Jenny and his granddaughter, Jessica, named the goose Andy. Andy, who was very sweet and patient, became famous so quickly. Jenny's friend, who was working with a local Tribune in this area, wrote a few lines about this Andy, which luckily got viral over the state. People got interested about Andy's story and was visiting him from everywhere, coming to see and making pictures. And he was also invited to the TV show, which was named The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Andy became so famous, he was mostly invited to libraries, school, county fairs, parades, and he was a symbol of never stop trying. And Nike even sponsored him with a lifetime supplying shoes. Despite Andy's fame, he remained loyal and faithful to Jenny's family. He was very patient when Jenny was trying to switch out his Nikes for high tops or an attempt to see if he could ride a bicycle. They even brought another goose for Andy to make for him a family, which was called Pauli. But the sad story begins here. Sadly, Andy's story took a tragic turn in 1991. Jenny and Nadine, his wife, received a call from a local who found a dead goose wearing a pair of sneakers. They rushed to Andy's house and discovered that Andy and his mate Pauli all disappeared. The community started finding them, but it was too late. But unfortunately, it was very late. He had been decapitated and escaped. Andy's killing was a national news and a tragic for the Jenny's family. And the story of the community that relied around the footless goose quickly captured the hearts of Americans. And now what people were trying to know was that who did this and why. And Jenny passed away in 2000 at a nursing home in Grand Island, Nebraska. Years later, Jessica started investigating about Andy's case, and he found out that the police were knowing who the killer was, but they kept it as a secret. And lastly, Jessica wanted to know was why. So what do you think? Who was the killer? And why he or she did this? Let me know this by writing in the comment.